Welcome to the Brookmont Interfaith service. Today we turned our clocks forward an hour and feel acutely that we lost an hour, which made me want to bring to you a service about time and how we can feel the hours of our days more significantly. In her book, 7 Sacred Pauses, Macrina Wiederkehr encourages us to be aware of our movement through time by intentionally pausing throughout the day. She wrote, "No matter what faith tradition we follow, we are pilgrims together on each day's journey. We all have to get up in the morning and move through the day with as much grace as we can gather. Why not make this pilgrimage through the day with a heart for one another, pausing throughout the day, whether this be for 2, 5, or 10 minutes? If we do this, someone will be pausing at every minute of the day. There will always be someone who is summoning the holy into the day." The divinity within us, calling to us, so prone to being smothered and forgotten in the many tasks of the day, will be acknowledged and reverenced. This practice also creates space in our day for us to acknowledge and reverence the divinity in others. This opens the door to being a blessing to others and being blessed by them. Well, here's a day, an alarm goes off, breakfast time, lunch time, putting down our work, dinner time, bedtime. These times, ruled mostly by a clock, contain within them many moments that have their own qualities if we can pause to discern what is needed and what response we intend. There is a time to breathe in and a time to breathe out, a time to speed up and a time to slow down, a time to speak and a time to listen, a time to be active and a time to be still, a time to give gifts and a time to accept them, a time to serve and a time to be served, a time to pray alone and a time to pray together, a time to work alone and a time to work together, a time to be strong and a time to be vulnerable, a time to hold on and a time to let go, a time to read and a time to reflect, a time to laugh and a time to be serious, a time to reach out and a time to withhold, a time to befriend and a time to be befriended, a time to embrace and a time to be embraced, a time to extend loving kindness and a time to receive it. And there are many other times during the day, many other moments, precious moments that have their own quality. But we have to take time to notice them. And that is what the sacred pause is about. So I would like to invite you to get into a comfortable position, one of relaxed dignity. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your hips supported by your chair and the chair back supporting your back. Bring your shoulders down and relax them. Elongate the neck. Raise the clavicle to open up the heart space. And just feel almost like there's a little bit of a string pulling up from your crown to make you just a little bit taller and yet still comfortable. As I say this next piece from Sacred Time by Christine Paintner, I invite you to breathe in and breathe out as is indicated. This breathing in is a miracle. Then there's a pause, right, between the in and the out. This breathing out, a release. And there's another pause before we begin the next breath. This breathing in, a welcome to unseen gifts which sustain me each moment. This breathing out, a sweet sigh, a bow to my mortality. This breathing in, a holy yes to life. This breathing out, a sacred letting go to all that causes me to clench and grasp. This breathing in is a revelation, and this breathing out is freedom. I would like to offer a guided imagery meditation taking you through your day. This meditation is based on the monastic tradition of the hours, wherein 7 times a day monks would pause to check in on their inner life. The description of the hours are from the work of Brother David Stendelrast in Angels of the Hour and Macrina Wiederkehr in 7 Sacred Pauses. Each moment of the day has a certain kind of quality and invitation, and we are invited to make those conscious and to live our lives in response to them. So if you are comfortable closing your eyes, please go ahead and close your eyes. If not, find a spot on the floor or somewhere in front of you where you can unfocus your eyes and have a soft gaze. There is a pre-dawn time that most of us rarely see unless we are still up from a sleepless night, or, just as this time is called vigil, we have been keeping vigil over a baby that needs to be fed, or a loved one who is not well, or we're waiting for inspiration in this very quiet time. Sometimes it is a time of hope and trust. It often has the quality of feeling immersed in a sacred, timeless dimension of our lives. Now see if you can bring to mind and the feeling in your body of this pre-dawn time. Find something in this part of the day to bless, and think that blessing to yourself. And now morning arrives. This takes us out of the darkness into the light. We can begin with the attitude that each day is a gift, that everything in our life is a gift, allowing us to see that the appropriate response to this given world is gratitude, even in the midst of suffering, even in the midst of pain. We shake off slumber and may take the time to set intention for the day so we can infuse it with a dimension of soul that permeates our appointments, our tasks, our errands. Rabbi Zalman Schachter shared that one of his morning rituals included a chat with God. He started his day by saying, "Good morning, God. How are you? How can I help you today?" See if you can bring to mind and body the feeling of the freshness of the day. Find something about it to bless, and think that blessing to yourself. In the next phase of the morning, we accept our tasks for the day. We hope to tackle them with courage and bring blessings to all whom we serve through mindful, careful, cheerful work. The focus is on a proper beginning to start the day's activities properly and wholeheartedly. See if you can bring to mind and body the feeling of this time. Find something about it to bless and think the blessing to yourself. In mid-morning, we may need to take a moment for a stretch and some renewal. A moment for noticing blessings, a remembering of our intention for this day, a time for a kind word to someone, and an unfurrowing of our brows and relaxing our shoulders, coming home to ourselves for a few moments and a few deep breaths. Sometimes all it takes is maybe 15 seconds of placing your hands over your heart and taking a beautiful breath. See if you can bring to mind and body how you would like mid-morning to feel. Find something about it to bless and think that blessing to yourself. And now we come upon midday. Midday is a luminous hour. We stoke the fires of our bodies with food and usually some movement. We are open to illumination in our minds and in our spirit. But we also tend to get sleepy at noon. Midday is a time when our good intentions and our enthusiasm can begin to flag. In art, the noonday angel is blowing a trumpet with full force, rousing us to make courageous resolution. I will stay true to myself and uphold my ideals for the rest of the day. We make sure we find something to smile about. We get ready for the recommitment that will take us through the next hours of the day. See if you can bring to mind and body the feeling of this time of day. Find something about it to bless and think the blessing to yourself. As the afternoon goes on and shadows lengthen and the day declines toward evening, may we again take time to be renewed in spirit and not grow tired of giving our best. This is often the time of day we are looking towards rejoining those we love and care about. It is a time to turn inward again after the outward movement of the day and all of its activities. When the things we might have relied on in the course of the day are seen to be transitory, we need to look to those things which endure. The angel of this time of day is depicted as gently stilling the noise of a tambourine, listening intently to the music that never stops, the inner music, the music of the silence. The angel invites us to do the same for a few moments so we can shift into a time of day that has a very different quality. See if you can bring to mind and body the feeling of this time of day. Find something about it to bless and think the blessing to yourself. We come to what some call the wisdom hour. As the earth turns away from the sun, an ancient longing for completion comes to the soul. Macrina writes, "We walk through the remaining hours of this day as we would walk through a beloved book. We put to rights what can be done in our physical world, but we also take a few minutes to review the day and take to heart the wisdom of the day. Some lessons will be joyous, some will be very useful, and some point us to how we can improve. We hope to light tomorrow with today, as Elizabeth Barrett Browning wrote. Let us give our good hearts this time to learn, savor the day, and put it to rest. See if you can bring to mind and body the feeling of this time of day. Find something about it to bless, and think the blessing to yourself. And now, as evening turns to night, we listen from a deeper place within our beings. This time of day has a mystical quality. We pray for those we love, and we extend our love and our prayers to the earth and all those who live upon it. We give thanks for the opportunities to love that this day has offered us. We light our inner lamp of love and listen to our inner song of praise. Bring to mind and body the feeling of this time of day. Find something about it to bless, and think that blessing to yourself. Stay with that sweet feeling as we sing. You are held, you are held, surrounded, grounded, you are held, you are held, surrounded, grounded by love, by love. We are held, we are held, surrounded, grounded, we are held, we are held, surrounded, grounded by love, by love. Sing with me or hum along. I am held, I am held, surrounded, grounded, I am held, I am held, surrounded, grounded by love, by love. This is an Amazing Life by Arden, Solovy. This is an amazing life, a gift of moments, precious and dear, profound in joy, profound in sorrow. This is an amazing life, a gift of moments, glorious and holy, rich in laughter, rich in tears. This is an amazing life, a gift, a song, a fantastic story of solitude and adventure, a tale of darkness and light, a psalm of frailty and endurance, a poem written in time and motion, in stillness and silence, in shouts and whispers, in mourning and wondrous celebration. This is an amazing life, a river of blessings, a gift to cherish. In awe and in wonder we bless. Blessed are the gifts of life. Blessed is the giver of life. Blessed is this amazing life. And now we end with a song by Snatum Kaur called May the Longtime Sun, and then a wonderful poem by Hafiz. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Keeping Watch by Hafiz. In the morning, when I began to wake, it happened again. That feeling that you, beloved, had stood over me all night long, keeping watch. That feeling that as soon as I began to wake, you put your lips to my forehead and lit a holy lamp inside my heart. Blessings to you all, and make your moments mean everything they can. Love each other and take care of each other.